What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Cyrus here. Today there was a patch for Smite. This is version 0.1.1328 and we have a new god. And it is Vulcan, Smith of the Gods. So I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit about what he does and all that kind of good stuff. So first off, Vulcan is a magic dealing melee tank. So, we're going to look at his abilities here. We have his passive, Forge. Vulcan transfers 30% of his protections and 15% of his health to his turrets. In addition, when Vulcan's within 30 feet of his own deployables, they regen 3% of their health every second because of their proximity to the Forge. Backfire is his first ability. Vulcan blasts a fireball out of his forge, dealing 85 plus magical damage to all enemies in its path. The strength of this blast also knocks Vulcan 20 feet back. Second ability, Inferno Cannon. Vulcan constructs an Inferno Cannon that shoots fireballs in a cone that deals 65 plus magical damage to the target every second. The Inferno Cannon lasts until destroyed or another is placed. This inherits Vulcan's penetrations but does not apply on hit effects. Thumper 16 is his third ability. Vulcan constructs a Thumper 16 that deals 15 plus magical damage every second and slows enemies hit by 5% up to a max of 15% for 2 seconds. The Thumper 16 lasts until destroyed or another is placed. This inherits Vulcan's penetrations but does not apply on hit effects. And Volcanic Overdrive is his ultimate. When Volcanic Overdrive is activated, Vulcan gains 15% movement speed and 10 protections for 6 seconds. All of Vulcan's structures fire 50% faster and gain massive regeneration. The Inferno Cannon also fires in a 360-degree radius and auto-targets gods while under the effects of Volcanic Overdrive. Alright, so that seems pretty cool. Let's see what he looks like here in action. Okay, so this is the Thumper 16, which slows and does a small amount of magical damage to enemies within. His number 2 here is the Inferno Cannon, which places a turret that when they come into the range there, I guess you can kind of see it on the ground there, the color, that cone, and then you got the blue circle, which shows for the Thumper. You can also see their health bars here, similar in size to the minions' health bars. And then we've got his number 1 ability, Backfire. Shoots a fireball and shoots him backwards, so that's pretty cool. Of course, we've got his basic attacks are melee here, and we're going to take a look at his ultimate. Let's see if we can actually maybe put these things, pop his ultimate, and then I'll put one of those cannons down to see how well it does. There's his ultimate. Put down the cannon. I'll put down the slow too. Just watch him go to work like crazy. And also down here at the bottom of the UI, you can see it shows his health, and I guess they are colored in when he has them placed, and then they're kind of sort of grayed out when he doesn't have the turret or the Thumper 16 placed. So as a tank, I'm guessing we'll be building him more or less, you know, with resistances and maybe a little bit of magic damage thrown in here or there, depending on how much tankiness is needed. So I am definitely anxious to see if I have quick enough fingers to be able to use this god in an actual battle here today. Because the patch was deployed today, and so I'd like to also see what other kind of changes. I know there's been some nerfs and buffs that have taken place with this patch also. Alright, yeah, you can see now at the bottom of the UI that both items are sort of grayed out, the Inferno Cannon and the Thumper 16. And it looks like minions will attack the things that you construct if they are in front of the other minions. That's actually seems to be doing a lot of damage, and they do pick up your penetrations for magical penetration to be able to hit the enemy harder, which is cool. I could see him being used pretty well for ganks, being able to basically set up a death trap behind whoever you're coming in behind, because if you do that you can set up his thumper as well as the Inferno Cannon and put it just behind, so that way in the lane it's going to be very difficult for someone to be able to escape without having to run right through the cannon and be slowed by the thumper, let alone if his ultimate's up. That's just going to be quite devastating. So we'll see how that plays out, though, if he has some good abilities to be able to roam around. Also curious to see if these things are going to do damage to turrets in the game, to towers. Let's see if I place this one here, and also what sort of priority they have. Seems to be going after the minion there over the god. I don't know if it works similar to other minions where they'll just be happy to fight other minions unless there's a friendly god that gets attacked, and then it will target the other god at that point. See, at that point, it definitely seemed to be attached to Ra, as opposed to going after the minions there. So, not quite sure exactly how that priority system works then. It does seem to be a little bit different than minions. Alright, let's see what we got here. Put this thing down, and looks like it's not going to hit towers. Unfortunately. What about the thumper? I mean, it would make sense for it not to, because your other abilities don't hit towers in general, so just out of curiosity, figured I'd give it a check, though. Very interesting. Pretty cool concept, and placing turrets to more or less do all of his damage for the most part. Melee swings with him are not going to be too successful, as he does not do much physical damage. But having the buff to constructs that are near him is pretty cool. So that of course is his passive, once again, Forge. Transfers 30% of his protection and 15% of his health to his turrets. In addition, Vulcan is within 30 feet of his own deployables. They regen 3% of their health every second. So no, it does not apply to towers. I was thinking maybe it could apply to his own turrets, like the towers in the actual lanes, but I guess that's not the way that works. So it's just to his own turrets. Alright, this has been a quick look at Vulcan and a new god here for Smite. If you have not checked out Smite or don't know about it, it's a free-to-play MOBA game that is just launched into open beta. It's a really fun game, so you should check it out. I'll have a link in the description which you can follow to download the game for free. You just got to set up an account real quick and download the game and get started. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and have a good one.